Good morning from New York. Today, what I'm going to discuss is political and mystical teachings of Jesus in the New Testament. I'm going to try to present this in a short and brief way. First of all, let's talk about mystic love. Mystic love is transcending love. It's connecting to the source of all love, however you conceive of it. And Jesus said some important things. You must be born of the water and the Spirit. Well, the water is symbolic of religion and government, knowing right from wrong. He bowed to that when he was baptized himself. And the baptism of the Spirit, you had to know right from wrong, okay? That's the objective view here. And the Spirit, the self-transcending love, that baptism is connecting and to a flow of love. And how do you go about that? Well, first of all, let's talk about the root of all evil, money. The love of money, that is. And the love of money, this is very political. The love of money is the root of all evil. And what is love? It's not real need. It's not a product that you can, real thing that you're exchanging. It's symbolic of real need. And that's what happens when you have damaged faith and love, which everybody has, the world's not easy. When you have damaged faith and love, it produces helplessness, which gives rise to an intolerable anxiety. And that intolerable anxiety has to be squelched. So the brain jumps in and gives some symbolic circumstances and need so that you can struggle for that. It seems more attainable. You're not helpless. So the anxiety goes down, but the damage is still there. And your blockage of this baptism and love, your blockage of this ability to give and receive love is still there, which causes you to do harmful things to yourself and other people. Now, the path to changing this, of course, you need to unlearn the helplessness. That's taking up your cross and following Jesus. All right, you're following the right way, you're trying, and that's teaching you every step of the way what is right and what's wrong. You're learning, and you're taking up your cross. So where you're stumbling, there's something going on. And so what you do is you go into your feelings and you feel the helplessness, the need, and the circumstances in that helplessness that blocked your love flow. And that's taking up your cross. And every day you're following Jesus and or right and wrong, but you're, reflecting on yourself, and when you've made a mistake. That's a cue to go in and try to connect with that helplessness, to be baptized in the love again and again and again. It's the water that you never thirst for because it's always there. You know, it's ever always there, and so you'll never thirst again because you're in the what flow. That love flow, you know, it's blocked, as I say, by the helplessness. And when you unlearn the helplessness, then you have to grieve that loss because those needs are not real anymore. They're from the past. And you don't want to live in the past. You don't want to be dragged into the past the way Trump wants you to do. You don't want to do that. You want to come out of that. So the way to do that is to feel that helplessness, connect to the real need so you know that it's a loss, so that you can grieve it and let it go, and then be more forgiving of people involved with that loss and in general, and then more prone to remorse. You know, the ability to see the wrong that you've done, the monster in you, and to have remorse for that. And that remorse, that repentance, that turning around is a time in which you realize you're no longer the person who did that. So you're having a kind of rebirth. You're born again. You're no longer that person. That person died, which is part of the symbolism in going into the water and coming up buried. But you're buried in the love. Yeah. And you're raised to walk in newness of life. And so that's the path of mystic. That's the path of transcendent love. And it's all about approaching and it's not an act of will. By faith you're saved, and not by works, lest any should boast. And that's what the Pharisees did. They were called hypocrites. And they did all of the right things, but they did it out of fear. So they were cleaning the outside of the cup. Want to clean the inside so that the love flow is there. And you do the right thing because you want to, because love is flowing in you. And you are being one with the source of all love, and it's flowing through you and within you. There are forms of empathy that are ways of understanding and loving, and they're creative and objective and compassionate. From compassion, you get the virtue of goodness, which fulfills the law. You get the virtue of truth, which helps to fulfill the law. You got to know right, wrong, truth, and false. And creativity, the creative empathy. That is artfulness, the ability to be above the trauma, not to be immersed in fear and anger, but to be guided by the Spirit, which is a spirit of love and a sound mind. Not by might, not by power, but by my Spirit, says the Lord. Myth or not, it has a truth to it. The Spirit of God is not a spirit of fear, but of love and a sound mind. So, if you have a spirit of love and a sound mind, you'll understand that loving symbolic need or money or power is the root of evil, because there's no satiation point and you become very greedy. Gotta have more, gotta have more. Oh goodness, the spirit of fear. I could lose this, You fool. My barns are full. I'm doing well. Oh, you fool. You didn't invest with love. And today your soul will be required. And what will the fool barns do for you? Nothing. Laying up treasures on earth. So, you don't want to be greedy. And Kamala and the Democrats are voicing the need to take care of the old and the sick and the children. And this is how the first church was established. Was everybody had everything in common so that nobody would be without. That's the kind of spirit that you have to have, and that's in Kamala and the Democratic Party. So there's your politics. Politics here is very plain. Whether you're whatever you are in the political spectrum, if you believe in the love law, you're not going to vote for Trump. You're going to support democracy. Here's why. In democracy, that's where human rights exist. That's where workers are considered trading partners. You'll see this poison where workers are a cost to business. Well, businesses can be a cost to workers. The Democrats are standing up for workers. Be fair. That's all they're asking. Be fair. They're trading partners too. And if their needs aren't met, you're not going to get a good product. Am I right? Give, and it shall be given unto you. Don't be stingy and hateful and full of fear. Don't be like that. Okay? Do not. So, that is the political and mystic teachings of Jesus in the New Testament. I hope you enjoyed it and gave you some insights. Please comment, please subscribe, and I'll give you my Irish blessing. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sunshine warm upon your face, the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand, or her hand, or its hand, however you see the source of all love. This is the mystic path of love and the foundation of every religion on earth. So be tolerant of other religions. I would like to remind you that Carl Sagan, the great physicist, said that we are the universe knowing itself. So that means you're part of the wonder, no matter how imperfect or perfect you are. You are part of the wonder of life. And light and wonder are part of you. And we are part of one another. that way. Part of the same knowing. And there's a greeting and a goodbye used in India, which means that. And that's namaste. So, namaste, y'all. Make a better day. Be tolerant. Be kind. And be filled with the spirit of love. Don't be stirred up in the chaos, the drama of Trump, his fear and his anger that he stokes every day. Remember, the Spirit of God is not a spirit of fear, but of love and a sound mind. So, namaste, y'all. Make a better day. Namaste.